Welcome to Card Corner. These are the cards. That's the corner. Today I've got a box of cards that I ordered from that site COMC, COMC.com. I'm not sure how you're supposed to say it. For some reason, I always say COMC in my head. So I was ordering cards off there for quite a while before I got a delivery. I think that's one of the big advantages is that you get all the cards delivered at once, so you don't have to pay a whole bunch of delivery fees. And here it is, one box, and it looks like there's another one underneath. So I don't even really remember what I got. So we'll take a look and find it together. Packed up nicely, as you guys can see. Very nicely. All right, so here's my first one, Lanny McDonald. I thought it was a card, but I guess it's a Upper Deck Beehive. Massive card. I've been collecting Lanny McDonald cards. I'll show you guys a video on there one day. So I was looking on COMC for all the Lanny McDonald cards, and it does not say that it's huge when you're looking at them. So occasionally they'll just send you something bigger size. I think that's kind of funny. All right, let's jump into it. All right, so here's some of the Lanny McDonald cards. I think I'll save the Lannys. We'll show the collection once it's done. Holy crap. These ones are some of those thick cards. But here is Count Dooku, played by Christopher Lee, one of my favorite actors. Best known for playing Saruman and Dracula in the Hammer horror movies. All right, so I guess those are all the thick cards together. All right, we got some more Lanny McDonald stuff. This was actually, I think, the rookie card. And the guy at the card show I went to wanted probably like 40, 50 bucks for one. And I think I saw it on COMC for much cheaper than that. Probably like 15 bucks. Which is pretty sweet. All right, here we have E Honda. He is, as you guys know, I like to collect some sumo wrestling cards. And E Honda is not a sumo wrestler in real life, but he is on Street Fighter. So I thought I would pick him up. Here we've got the Client, played by Werner Herzog. I find his direction, he's like a director, and about half of his movies are documentaries. And if you haven't checked out any of his documentaries, you should check it out. He has this way of like asking the subjects these like questions that just seem really odd in context, but then the person can't help but agree with what he's saying. You can tell he asks questions that the people don't get asked very often. All right, more Lanny McDonald stuff. I'm going to show you guys these one day all together as a set. So let's just put those aside for now. And here is, I think this is, the Weiss Schwartz Disney. I tried to get some packs of these to open for you guys, but I couldn't find any, so I decided to get this goofy card just so I could have one to see what it was like. It's pretty cool with this refractor pattern. It is in Japanese though, so I will not be able to play with it. All right, here is Musha, which is my favorite Fortnite skin. Samurai guy. Thought I should grab a card of him because he's who I play as in Fortnite. All right, here is Grand Moff Tarkin, played by Peter Cushing, with, of course, Darth Vader standing behind him there. Interior Death Star conference room. The assembled Imperials watch apprehensively as Admiral Moti is taught a harsh lesson. After a few tense moments of force choking, Grand Moff Tarkin commands, "Enough of this." "As you wish," answers Darth Vader, who casually releases his victim and strides away from the table. Moti takes a few moments to recover from the Dark Lord's attack. That's the one cool thing about his character in that movie is you had the most badass take no shit guy in the galaxy and taking orders from this guy. All right, here's another Christopher Lee card. This time it's Saruman. Once the head of the Council of Wise, this austere wizard chooses to join Sauron in the effort to reclaim the One Ring. Saruman resides at Orthanc in the gardens of Isengard, where he brings destruction and creates the grotesque fighting Uruk-hai to attack the Fellowship. Saruman resents the fellow wizard Gandalf for keeping the precious ring from him. Portrayed by Christopher Lee. Not a very good picture, but what can you do? All right, here I've got Orson Welles. Orson Welles wrote, directed, and co-starred with Charlton Heston in 1958 film Touch of Evil. In fact, it was Heston who insisted that Welles, initially hired only to act in the movie as a corrupt police captain, be allowed to direct as well. The crime thriller earned rave reviews 17 years after Welles starred in and directed the classic Citizen Kane. I think Orson Welles is he's got a lot of funny characteristics about him that make for good parodies, such as the Brain from Pinky and the Brain. All right, here we have nice. It is John Rhys Davies from one of the James Bond movies. I forget which one he's in. General Leonid Pushkin. Oh, I guess The Living Daylights. It says it right there. It's kind of a cool card. I don't know. We've got some film stills or whatever, but I think that this sort of takes that to the next level. Pretty cool. All right, here's another Grand Moff Tarkin. Oh, And the Marvin the Martian that we didn't open in our Space Jam packs. I decided to pick up a few of those. Power Moves and Looney Tunes Marvin the Martian. Let's see what this one says. LeBron James lands on Toon World only to find there are other worlds to explore in the serververse. Serververse. I don't like that. Luckily, Marvin the Martian has his own spaceship, and LeBron uses it to navigate the different worlds in his search for a dream team to defeat the AIG Rhythm Squads in a game of basketball. All right, Marvin the Martian is no stranger to futuristic technology, and his experience with powerful rockets might come in handy for the Toon Squad in the big powered up basketball game. Nice. I like the it's like all shiny except for Marvin the Martian himself, which I think makes him pop real nice. On this one too, both of these. I like both of these cards. All right, here is another Grand Moff Tarkin. This one is actually from 1977. So this is one of the older ones for Peter Cushing. Puzzle back there. All right, here is a Goofy from the Cacawao, I guess I guess you say. I couldn't get any packs of this either. I thought that the prices seemed like too high for one of those AliExpress card boxes, so I didn't grab it. And then I looked later, and they were like double the price. They're pretty thick, and I think that the pictures on them do look quite nice. So I grabbed us a Goofy. All right. Here is Leonardo da Vinci. Da Vinci was a Renaissance era Italian who displayed genius in an impressive number of disciplines, including science, painting, and sculpture. His most famous paintings include The Last Supper and Mona Lisa. He also invented parachutes, helicopters, and tanks. He was also the first to theorize about plate tectonics. Some history there. Master of painting, Leonardo da Vinci. All right, next up, I've got John Cleese playing Q. Quartermaster, or Q for short, runs the department of MI6 that researches and develops a wide range of exotic weapons for James Bond and other 00 agents. When power is cut to a satellite dish in North Korea, Bond uses a commando knife beacon which emits a signal to guide an incoming helicopter. I just like John Cleese, so I wanted to get a John Cleese card. I think Q is probably my favorite character in the Bond series, though, because of his zany gadgets. I always love those scenes. All right. Here we've got Joffrey Baratheon from Game of Thrones. King Joffrey was not much interested in his own wedding, but he did enjoy receiving gifts on the occasion, especially a Valyrian steel sword from Tywin that he named Widow's Wail. After the wedding ceremony, Joffrey organized a crude performance by dwarfs and humiliated Tyrion at every turn. Moments later, Joffrey died in his mother's arms after drinking poisoned wine. With his last act, he pointed an accusing finger at Tyrion. I did enjoy Game of Thrones, especially the seasons around when he was on. He's a really good villain. He makes it it's really fun to hate him. Speaking of fun to hate, next up we've got Ollie from that same Game of Thrones set. Ollie is the guy, of course, that killed Ygritte and one of the For the Watch guys. See him get hanged was fun. After his parents were murdered, Ollie was sent by the wildling steer to Castle Black to warn the Night's Watch that they were coming. Ollie remained with the Night's Watch and trained with them. During the Battle of Castle Black, he was assigned to operate the wooden lift, but he proved himself a skillful archer by killing Ygritte moments before her attempt to kill Jon Snow. Ollie survived the battle and gained a small measure of revenge for the deaths of his parents. That little twerp Ollie. All right, next up we've got it is another E Honda card from that Cardsmiths company. They only have a few sets out, but I think that their printing seems pretty good. It looks like it's like two pieces stuck together, and it's almost like the one piece is kind of like not quite lined up properly. But I like the image. He really pops off with that shiny background there. The good-natured, driven sumo grandmaster E Honda enters the tournaments to display the unyielding power of his chosen martial art. I like that picture of him too. All right, let's see who else I've got here. Here we've got Rod Sterling from the Twilight Zone. Winner of a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star for his service in World War II, Rod Sterling became best known for talking TV watching Americans into the Twilight Zone, one of the strangest and most controversial programs in history. Sterling's CBS science fiction series debuted October 2nd, 1959, and built a loyal fan base for 156 episodes through 1964. The first episode of Twilight Zone was actually shown to me in art school for some reason, but I have since gone back and watched quite a few of the episodes. Good series there for sure. Also paved the way for a lot of like more modern type shows like Black Mirror. All right, and here we've got Survivor Premieres. Sweet Richard Hatch card there. I love Survivor, so I watched the first season over 20 years ago, and I'm still watching it as it comes out now. It's not quite as good as when Richard Hatch was on it, but it's still fun to watch it when it comes out. 3 of the 7 basic literary conflicts, man against man against nature, and man against himself, came together brilliantly on May 31st, 2000. When Survivor premiered in the US, part game show, part human drama, the series was an instant hit. More than 51 million watched the season finale, which revealed Richard Hatch as the $1 million winner. Good, cool Survivor card there. And I think I've got just one more left. And of course, I'm going to show you all these tons of Lanny McDonald cards, so I'll go through those with you guys another time. And my last card here to show you guys today is Marge. Wanted to get Marge. There she is. I think that her humor has become like my favorite part of The Simpsons is just her like wholesome obliviousness. Like she has one line that is like, "We can't afford to shop at any store that has a philosophy," and I just think that that's so funny. All right, so let me know which card you guys like the best, and let me know if besides Lanny McDonald, if you can tell the theme that I was going for with some of these cards. This was Card Corner, opening some COMC cards. Take it easy.